here are the top 3 markets to bet on for the MLB in 2023. Welcome to Juice Bets. My name is Trevor, and today we're going to take a look at the MLB. We're going to dive into baseball and the 3 betting markets, the 3 bet types that I think are the most profitable, have been the most profitable for me, and what I would recommend, why they're the most profitable. And we'll get into all of that in just a sec here. Before we get into it, make sure you subscribe for more videos, tips and tricks on betting, plus EV, all of that. Like the video if you do enjoy as well. It really helps us out. So let's look at it. We've got 3 betting markets here. And before I get into it, obviously the MLB has, many different bet types you can take. There's player props, which has like player bases, strikeouts, hits, all of that. And then there's specific markets for the actual game, right? We've got money line, point spread, just like every other one. But then we've also got first 5 innings. So first half, basically, first 5 innings, point spread, totals. And then you've got like the last innings, you got the first inning. So there's a ton of different bets to be taking. But these markets matter. There are some that are more profitable, and I'll show you why. Okay, so the first one that we're going to be looking at is the first half point spread. So the first 5 innings in the point spread. As you can see for me this year, just this year, I'm up over $1,100 betting on this specific market. I'm using the OddsJam bet tracker to look at this. If you don't have access to OddsJam already, I don't know what you're doing. You should check out the link down below. Money back guarantee for 90 days. So you get your money back after 90 days if you don't like it. So this first one, first half point spread. And let's head over to Stake, the sports book here, and I'll show you what this is. So it's innings 1 to 5. So the first 5 innings, and it's the point spread. So oftentimes it's minus 0.5 or plus 0.5. And, the reason we like this bet is because it's still, the market is very sharp on this bet because the market is being priced based off of the starter, right? The starting pitcher has a huge impact on the odds for a game. And so if we're betting a full game, we don't know what's going to happen in the last, 4 or 5 innings, right? Because the starter could be pulled, an injury could happen, the reliever comes in and he messes up. There's so much more variance in that case. And so keeping it to the first 5 innings makes it easier for us as bettors to have a smaller width on the market. And so this width is a common theme I'll get into in the second pick as well. But keeping the width small on these markets is really important for us as sharp sports bettors to have a market that is very confident in their odds. So the first one, like I said, it's the first 5 innings point spread because the market is sharp. We just take into account basically the starting pitchers and the starting lineup, and we're on our way. Okay, so the second bet that I would recommend and has been the most profitable for me is the first half or first 5 innings total runs. Okay, I'm up over $400 on this so far this year, and this is very similar to the other one. It's it takes into account just the first half and it's a run amount, right? And so again, this is very similar. It just keeps into account the starting pitchers, the starting lineups. And what I was mentioning before was that the market width is very low, right? As you can see, the market width here is 15. And, on other plays like player bases, it could be higher. On run lines like this here, +2, where the odds start getting a bit higher. It can be higher at 48. Now, the reason we want to keep the width low is because basically the market width of a certain market, for instance, this one here being the first half total runs, the number is basically a number that's telling you how confident the sports books are in their odds that they're offering. The higher the width, the less confident they are. Basically, this means that if the width is higher, the spread between the lowest odd on a specific market versus the highest, if they're totally different, right? You've got one sportsbook offering it at -110 and one sportsbook offering it or a couple sports books offering it at -116, -180. The spread is so large that there's no confidence in the market on the actual odds being given, right? So when you have a width that's smaller, it means that all of the sports books are very confident in their odds. They have that market very dialed in. And so when the market is dialed in and you can find value on one side, that's when it's really special. That's when you can find these great plus EV bets. So I would always take a look at the width. It doesn't mean that you should only take small width, but it does make it more profitable technically. So the second one here is the first half total runs. Because of the width, because of the starting pitchers being in, and we don't have to worry about the full game. It's just that first half. Okay. Now, the third and final one, and this has been by far the most profitable for me, is player bases. I'm up $1,700 so far this year on player bases. And I'm sure you guys have bet this one before. You know, this is the basically the player over or under their bases. And a lot of the times I'm finding plus EV bets where it's over their bases and I'm getting, you know, plus 160 on them. And this, you know, this market is very special because it takes into account hitter matchups, right? You can look for hitters that have great matchups against specific pitchers. And then also, obviously, you're just finding value on a specific sports book taking that player. So for instance, on this bet here, Ian Happ, his over on the player bases, you know, on some books it's priced at 105, 130, but we're getting 365 at plus 160. Now, as you can see, the width is high. It's at 56, and I'll show you exactly why. Bodog has it at plus 105, but then 365 has it at 160, and you know, Bet Online has it at plus 141. And you know, DraftKings has it at plus 135. It's all over the place. Like there's no actual. The market is so wide that if someone asked me what are the odds that Ian Happ's going to go over, I honestly wouldn't be able to tell you because we've got sharp sports books like Bet Online, 365, and Pinnacle, and DraftKings. They're all over the place. So that's the one thing about this specific run of this specific market, the bases, is a lot of sports books will price them differently. However, you can still find value by matching up hitters and starting pitchers, and then obviously also just finding the value, taking the sports book that gives you great value like this, like Bet365 does for me here. So those are the three bets. You've got first half spread, first half total runs, and player bases. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe you learned something about market width or about the most profitable MLB markets. Let me know what's been the most profitable for you. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I could look into a different market. Subscribe for more videos like this, and we'll see you guys soon.